Jonathan, are you all right? We're pulling the graveyard shift tonight.
Wow, that's cool. What does that mean?
We're the zombie squad working the graveyard shift.
Whoa, did you come up with that?
Yeah.
Let me try one.
Okay,
for
go ahead.
Late night. The graveyard business.
Sure.
It's a dying industry.
This is called Case File 65. I couldn't find a rating on this.
I guarantee it's going to be rated PG-13.
All right.
That's what I feel like.
It has a release date of March 17th of 2023.
Ooh.
Unknown budget, though.
I know it. $91 million.
$91 million for this movie.
Yeah, I had to do a little bit. I had to grease some palms, and then I had to grease some backs, and then I had to grease some feet, some legs, some arms. Basically gave Adam Driver a full body massage.
That is very interesting to learn about you.
Yeah.
Every time I just think you're a blank slate.
No, I am.
Nothing interesting to
You're
bring
right.
to the table.
Nope.
You hit me with some heavy facts like that.
Yeah. Oh.
The incident report. Can you read that? Because I can't read.
Which one?
Just the whole incident
Sure
report.
thing. After a catastrophic crash on an unknown planet, pilot Mills, played by Adam Driver, quickly discovers he actually stranded on Earth 65 million years ago. Now, with only one chance at rescue, Mills and the other survivor Koa, played by Ariana Greenblatt, must make their way across an unknown terrain riddled with dangerous prehistoric creatures in an epic fight to survive. The incident report makes it sound really interesting, and the trailer makes me just roll my eyes and go, what? I feel like Will Smith and his son is supposed to be in this movie.
Yeah.
You know for sure that 65 is Adam Driver landing on Earth 65 million years ago?
Yeah.
So do you think he like traveled through time kind of like in the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes where he traveled through time and got there? Or do you think he is from a different planet, not Earth, and he lands on Earth?
Well, you know what's weird about this? What if this is essentially the human race? We're born out of time travel. Essentially, we get enough technology where we travel back in time, but that's then our origin.
Thank you, Neil deGrasse Tyson. How are we breaking this case down? Because
I
this
am
is going to be an
not-
interesting one.
Could we talk about the title?
They could have named it anything else besides a number. Who cares? That's neither here or there. Here's the thing. Make good trailers and leave questions. Like, let us learn it with the character. But instead, it's just like, ugh.
So you think that there shouldn't necessarily be trailers, but only like essentially teasers?
I think that trailer making is a lost art form.
Yep, so that's the incident report. So far, the movie title, not good.
I can't believe Adam Driver's in this kind of movie.
Right. Well, he's not above it, though. He has
Really?
played in several type of artsy movies before.
This is not an artsy movie, though.
Let's get into the usual suspects. Let me pull this file. Okay,
Grab
we got the
those.
production team.
we go,
Columbia
baby.
Pictures.
Boom.
Braun Creative. You know, for as creative as the title says, that is probably the dumbest, most boring looking logo I've ever seen in my life.
What is it? Let me see. Maybe they don't care about how their logo looks, and they just like to put effort into their film.
But more importantly, we got Scott Beck and Brian Woods. They're putting their money where their mouth is because Scott Beck and Brian Woods are the writer and director and producers of this movie.
Now, wait a minute, Jared.
Moving on.
Here's the thing. Scott Beck and Brian Woods.
We're not moving on.
We're not going to move on.
Okay, sure.
Shouldn't we talk about them?
We can as producers.
But not as directors, because they're in two separate files.
That's right.
Has this happened before?
It has
Do we have enough paper in the precinct?
So, Scott Beck and Brian Woods. Now, I'm seeing in your notes here that you have
no,
some
don't look at 'em.
information. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
What do you have on them?
As you know me, I've been having a real tough time lately.
I've noticed.
So most of my notes are written on half a cocktail napkin and a used condom wrapper that I found.
Okay.
I haven't been late in months.
Why are you holding on to just used condom wrappers?
I don't know. Feels lucky.
Wait, this
know?
isn't like one of those things where it's like find a penny, pick it up, and all day you have good luck. It's not like one of those things.
Did you just come up with that? When you find a penny
Yeah.
and you pick it up, it's good luck? Oh my God.
Okay. You don't have any notes on Scott Beck and Brian Woods being producers, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, what do you have?
Scott Beck and Brian Woods are producers.
The other one that I want to talk about is Sam Raimi with Raimi Productions. So Sam Raimi actually founded a production company with Bruce Campbell in 1979 to produce the film The Evil Dead.
Man, who don't like that, huh?
Now, you probably will find this pretty interesting.
I do.
Scott Beck and Brian Woods had already previously produced with Sam Raimi.
What is it called?
50 States of Fright for the now defunct streaming service Quibi.
I can't believe anyone thought Quibi was going to be a thing. We're about 1,000 years away from Quibis being a thing. We don't need Quibis yet. We have Tic Tacs. We got YouTube. We don't need Quibis. Who's thinking that?
Well,
It's like taking your favorite show, your Breaking Bads, I don't know, your Ozarks, whatever shows you like, but I'm going to let you watch it in like 2-minute increments. And then after that, there's probably a commercial. And then you got to go select the next episode.
so if you are interested in watching
Okay.
this 50 States of Fright, it is available on Roku channel.
Let's keep going on
Yep.
this shindig. We know Sam Raimi. He's done a bunch of stuff.
That's the production team. Raimi Production.
Raimi Productions.
Distributors, plain and simple, Sony Pictures Releasing.
Sony. Oh, which is interesting. 'cause
Moving on. Now let's get into the prime suspects.
Let's dig into this.
The writers / directors.
Give me a second. Let me go grab it.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see this file. Missing children. Nope. Bank robbery. Bank robbery. Pink slip. Nope. 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 Ah, here it is. There you go.
Thanks. Let me just take a look at this real quick. All right, writers. Scott Beck and Brian Woods. Profile. Beck and his partner Brian Woods founded Blue Box Limited Films while attending the University of Iowa, and together they made the film University Heights. With that film, after winning MTVU's Best Film in Campus competition, the pair landed a development deal with MTV Films. Interesting fact was the film was shot on a budget of $300, which mostly included the cost of food and parking tickets.
That's awesome.
They did a pretty good movie right out of college and then landed a deal with MTV Films.
Damn, don't we all want that?
Beck and Woods sold Paramount their original screenplay for A Quiet Place in 2016.
How crazy is that, huh?
That probably sounds familiar because Emily Blunt and John Krasinski star in the film, which he also directed and co-wrote. So he ultimately ended up taking over the franchise from these guys.
Right.
though. They just wrote the movie, and it was also co-written by Jim from The Office.
It's like you and me were doing police reports.
Okay.
And I've missed holidays, birthdays. And I mean, it takes hours to fill out some of these reports. And then you just slide in and you just put the height in of the victim. And then both our names go on there.
Right.
It's kind of like that. How much work do you put into a script to add a writing credit?
Okay, so now moving on. We got Beck and Woods wrote and directed 2 feature films so far. It's called Nightlight in 2015.
That sounds dumb.
I looked up the Rotten Tomato score on it. Only 14% from the critics.
You can't trust those people.
Haunt 2019 was their second feature film that they wrote and directed together.
Oh.
That's got 69% on Rotten Tomatoes. Also, side note, produced by, I believe he was part of the Splat Pack. His name was Eli Roth.
For some reason, it just rubs me the wrong way.
I agree. Eli Roth
it's just
definitely
like-
doesn't need to be part of a Splat
I
Pack
just don't understand
to have
the-
any cultural relevance in horror movies. I agree.
I don't know. It just makes me. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Now, actually, we just watched Haunt in 2019. That got 69% on Rotten Tomatoes score. I think it deserved higher than that.
I think so too. I personally think that should have been a theatrical release in Halloween, and they would have made a big buck. Like a lot of teenagers would have been like, "Well, so it's hot," and then they would have went in and seen it, and they would have been scared, and they would have been holding hands, and then maybe they would have started a love connection that would have lasted for the decades. Or maybe there was no good movies coming out back in the day, so young guys couldn't take girls to go see horror movies, and so then they just end up getting old and alone, becoming detectives in the junk.
And definitely better than 69% on Rotten Tomatoes. It does make me curious to watch Nightlight. However, with a 14% Rotten Tomatoes score, that is really low.
Yeah, but sometimes the critics are so picky.
Ultimately, Scott Beck and Brian Woods, they did a fantastic job writing A Quiet Place. However, that was directed by Jim from The Office.
Yes, it was.
That's what we got on the writers directors.
Yes.
Let's put that file away.
All right, I'll take care of that.
Can you grab the file for the cinematographer?
Yeah.
Let's see. Salvatore Totino.
So did Salvatore Totino lens this film?
Yes, and also 40 other projects. His highest rated lensed movies is Frost and Nixon in 2008. His lowest rated work was Tax Collector in 2020.
tax collector?
Yeah, I think that's the one with Shia LaBeouf where he
Oh,
actually got real tattoos
What?
to play a gangster
Oh, Jesus
named
Christ.
the Tax Collector.
Somebody help Shia LaBeouf find himself. What the hell is that kid doing? There's like method acting, and then there's being an idiot.
Who's that guy who plays the Punisher?
Oh,
Not Dolph Lundgren.
John.
Barenthal.
Yes.
That guy has a podcast.
Does he?
And he interviews Shia LaBeouf. You gotta listen
Really?
to it. Yeah.
You know, I
think
met
he
John
called it
Barenthal at
The
a-
Real Ones.
You know, I met John Barenthal at Comic-Con, and then we asked, like, can we take a picture with you with our cell phones? And he looked around and saw that his manager wasn't looking, and he was like, real quick. And then his manager, who was, I mean, I think I could easily say one of the most gorgeous women I've ever seen in my life, comes by and goes, no, stop that. And he just starts laughing. And I was like, this dude's so cool. And he was Shane. And I was like, dude, he's the one. You got to do what you got to do, baby.
Yeah, John Barenthal is an interesting guy.
He is. Yeah,
do you
so
know how
he
he
is-
learned the art of acting?
No.
Russia.
What?
The Russian oligarch or whatever, they were not allowed to they outlawed any type of performance that would provoke
Countries like that, they want you to be ignorant, dude.
Yeah.
Ingsoc. Ignorance is strength. Ingsoc.
I'm not very cultured.
I don't know what that means.
So that's John Barenthal.
He's cool.
He
He's
has
not in.
nothing to do with any
He
of
is not
this
in
stuff.
65.
No.
He should have been in this.
He should be a casting what if.
Yeah, he should have been in Adam Driver's role.
Because he would seem like a more intense pilot and military guy.
Because Adam Driver is he is a good actor, and he really grew on me.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were saying John Barenthal has a podcast, The Real Ones, and Shia LaBeouf's a kook on there, or what?
Big time.
Really?
Gotta listen to it.
Ooh.
Back to the cinematographer, Salvatore Totino. He was born of Italian immigrant parents and raised in Brooklyn.
Boy, I could have never guessed with a name like that.
He studied electrical engineering before quitting to work as a contractor. After visiting a friend who was working on a commercial, he was drawn to the production world, assisting on projects and learning to shoot and develop still photography. After taking the reins as director of photography for commercials, music videos, including Fake Plastic Trees by Radiohead.
What?
Totino got his big feature break with Oliver Stone's football drama, Any Given Sunday. He later became Ron Howard's regular choice behind the camera, beginning with the Western thriller, The Missing, and including both adaptations of the best-selling religious conspiracy novels by Dan Brown for The Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons.
Those movies, I wish they were better. It's like the ideas are interesting. Hopefully soon they'll... You know what they should do is remake it into a TV show.
Oh, 100%.
Netflix. And then
yes.
get a different actors in there.
Yeah, Bryce Dallas Howard.
What is with you and Bryce Dallas Howard?
I'm just saying
She's
that,
back on the scene,
No,
and now that's all you can think about?
I just want to get the
What's your
Ron Howard
favorite-
and Bryce Dallas to work together.
What's your
finally.
favorite Bryce Dallas Howard movie?
Is she an actress?
All right, keep going.
Well, those are our prime suspects. We're going to talk about the patsies now.
Hey, this is my favorite part of every investigation.
I have two. How many do you got?
I have two as well.
Interesting. You want to go first?
Okay. My decision as lead is to listen to your direction. Here's the thing. Main patsy, Adam Student Driver. You know him from the House of Gucci. Excellent in The Last Duel. So he's that dude from Girls. So let's keep going.
I got some information.
Okay.
No, I just got an
Go ahead.
interesting
No.
fact.
Oh, I bet. All right. What's your interesting fact that has to one-up my...
Shortly after the September 11th attacks, Driver enlisted in the United States Marine Corps.
Look at this guy. 9/11 happens. He's like... Boom, I'm going to go join the military.
Right.
You know what happened 9/11 happened? I cried.
He served for 2 years and 8 months before fracturing his sternum while mountain biking. Okay, that was around 2001, right?
Yes.
Then in 2009, do you know where he went to school to learn acting?
I do.
Where?
Juilliard.
Okay.
Do you want to know
So
why I
unless
know
he
that?
used all of his, yeah. How do you
I
know?
used to date a girl a couple years back, and her name was Juilliard. And I was like telling her, I was like, 'cause I have a cousin named Juilliard. And then we find out that she was my cousin.
Okay, Adam Driver went to Juilliard. This guy has an immense talent.
So the other Patsy is Ariana Greenblatt. You guys might know her as the voice of young Velma, called Scoob. She is Minnow from Love and Monsters. Also another dud for me personally. I thought that was weak. Ugh, execution was horrible. In Avengers Infinity War, which is kind of cool. She's young Gamora. That is all I have on Ariana Greenblatt.
I have something.
Jared, go ahead and one-up me.
Well, guess who actually had a nice thing to say about Ariana Greenblatt?
You want me to guess?
Yeah,
Steven Seagal.
part of the Splat Pack.
Oh,
You're almost there.
Eli Roth.
There he is.
Thank you.
Director of the upcoming video game adaptation Borderlands said this about
Whoa, wait a minute.
Okay.
Stop the press.
Yeah?
Did I just come up with that?
That's a very common phrase.
He's doing a live adaptation of Borderlands?
That's correct.
Do you know anything about the storyline or the plot or anything?
It's based off a video game.
Which one? Second one?
Oh, maybe this
Handsome
will help.
Jack? Prequels?
Well, anyway, Eli Roth said this about Greenblatt. She blew us all away in her audition, and I cannot wait to see her bring the wild, insane, unpredictable Tiny Tina to the big screen.
What?
I don't know.
I just wouldn't have casted her for that. Anyway,
Oh yeah, guess who produced one of Scott Beck's and Brian Wood's movies?
Eli Roth.
Haunt in 2019.
That was a good one.
And then Eli Roth is directing a movie called, let's see, what was that one called?
Borderlands.
Borderlands, starring,
Ariana Greenblatt.
and now Ariana Greenblatt is in this movie.
Right.
Which is titled,
Yeah.
oh, that's a terrible title, 65?
Yuck. Hey, I got are we done with Ariana Greenblatt?
Thank
the
God.
girl wonder, the Eli
Yeah.
Roth, like, ugh.
I agree.
Sorry, it's just jealousy,
Go
Miss
for it.
Miss Greenblatt. I got an interesting thing coming up here with 65.
Hear it.
Something that's going to bring a lot of the people that like semi-okay music to the stands. Danny Elfman from Oingo Boingo. And wait, Chris Bacon? So I don't want anyone to get confused. Not Kevin Bacon.
Danny Elfman and Chris Bacon. Chris Bacon, no relation to Kevin Bacon, will team up as composers.
That's impossible.
It is
How?
possible. Because I looked it up.
Two separate people named Bacon.
That's correct.
Good enough for me. Danny Elfman from Oingo Boingo. Maybe some people are just like, okay, Danny, you keep saying Oingo Boingo. What is that? Some type of slinky toy from the 70s? I have no idea. Jared, you were 50 in the 70s, is it? No? Great. So he's done movies. He's done the music for movies. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the one with Johnny Depp. The original Men in Black. He did Corpse Bride, and he's also doing the music for Wednesday, the TV show on Netflix. Jared, are you watching that?
No.
Cool.
So how do you think this movie's going to do,
How do I?
Jonathan?
Don't even worry about that.
What do you
Give me
mean?
a second. I'm just going to call him.
Call who?
I'm going to just call the guy downstairs because he owes us a favor or two. I'm going to call him. Give me a
No. Don't call the
Carol?
profiler.
It's ringing.
Coroner's office.
Hey, what's going on, bud? Did you do 65 yet?
What?
Yeah. Well, did you do it?
Not this shit again, guys. What are you doing?
This isn't good enough.
Oh.
I have
This is
5
good.
bodies
Just give
on
me
the
the
slab
numbers.
right now,
Hey.
a mass murder on the loose, and you guys are talking about movies?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hey, do me a favor and shove him up your. You understand me?
Give me the phone. Give me the phone. We're so sorry about that.
I can't keep doing this, guys.
No. This isn't going to be a thing. We just need you to run the numbers on the 65.
How many times have I told you guys? Not while
Dad.
I'm working.
Yeah.
Tell him he's a little punk.
I'm not going to say that.
Don't forget you owe us.
No.
You little punk.
This is insane.
Run the number. Give me the phone. Okay.
All right. Jesus Christ, just shut up. Here's the information you two bozos want to know. This film is written and directed by the duo of Scott Beck and Brian Woods. They've previously worked on A Quiet Place in 2018, which is their highest rated film on Rotten Tomatoes at 96%. Their worst rated film on Rotten Tomatoes at 14% is Nightlight. That came out in 2015. This movie is going to be produced by Sam Raimi. His highest rated film on Rotten Tomatoes is The Evil Dead. That came out in 1981. It has 95%. Worst movie, The Messengers, came out in 2007 at 11%. No one saw that.
That was fine.
Okay, our cinematographer, Salvatore Totino. His best movie was Frost Nixon in 2008 at 93%. Worst film came out in 2020, The Tax Collector, 18%.
You know, I'm not liking any of these numbers here.
Moving on.
All right.
We have the stars of the movie. Adam Driver. His best movie on Rotten Tomatoes is Patterson. That came out in 2016 with a 96%. His worst film from 2014 has a 44%. And Ariana Greenblatt. Her highest rated film came out in 2020, Love and Monsters, and that is a 94%. Worst film, Awake, came out in 2021. That is a 24%. And finally, before I get out of here and write you both up for this, I crunched the numbers, and their combined average Rotten Tomato score is 57%.
Well,
So, in my estimation, this film is not going to be good.
Yeah.
Now leave me the hell alone and never call me again.
You know what? I actually agree with the profile numbers here.
I agree with you. I think this movie is going to be a flop.
Yeah. All right. we're going to go into box office predictions here. So the date has been changed from March 10th release date to March 17th.
Yes.
Now, the reason why is the original release date was competing with Scream 6.
Scream 6. Do you think, is Wes Craven directing that one?
No.
No?
Unfortunately, that new date coincides with Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
So dumb.
Which is set to hit theaters, and given the success of the original, it should draw a sizable crowd.
Yeah, you definitely made it worse for yourself.
So Sony would rather counter-program against the big superhero film than face a surefire hit with a horror franchise entry.
Who would you rather compete against?
So on March 17th, this is what I think the box office is going to look like. Number 1, Shazam, followed by Scream 6, followed by 65, number 4, Creed 3, number 5, Cocaine Bear.
Let me take a look here and let me tell you what I think is going to happen here. I think it's going to be Shazam is number 1, Scream 6 number 2, Creed 3 number 3, 65, then Cocaine Bear. That's what I think.
It's a bold statement that you just made.
It is, because I think 65 is going to flop.
Well,
Like, I just cannot believe that Adam Driver's making this movie. And honestly, to me, it seems like it's below his caliber. But I do not think it's going to ruin any of these actors' careers.
so you think it's going to be number 4, and I think it's going to be number 3.
Yes. But
All
also, like, what are we doing with this concept? CGI dinosaurs running around ancient Earth starring Adam Driver.
You know what they might be trying to do too? Finally take the dinosaur genre away from Jurassic Park.
They can't take away the dinosaur genre away from Jurassic Park in the same sense of having it be like, oh, we're all scared of these dinosaurs, blah, blah, blah. You have a movie, it could be fantasy, it could be the future, it could be the past. So any of the three things. It just can't be the present.
The biggest star is the dinosaurs. That's why I think they had to put them in the movie. In the trailer, excuse me. Dinosaurs,
You
I think,
think?
had to be promoted in the trailer.
Really?
Because when you deal with Shazam, you're also dealing with the DC universe right now. But that's also in major question.
You're already sold, though, when you see, like, DC.
Yeah, and
superhero
however, maybe Shazam is safe from the whole DC mix-up and shake-up that's going on
movie.
right
Well,
now.
yeah, but DC's coming back.
And then Jenna Ortega. She's really famous right now.
Right.
Anyway, so she's starring in this movie, Scream 6. Creed 3, I don't know if you know this,
Yeah.
but that Michael B. Jordan is really hot right
Yeah, I know. I saw the Alexa commercial. Because we all know all of our ladies are constantly thinking about Michael B. Jordan.
Well, that's it. So I think that this movie is going to be mediocre at best. They made this movie for $90 million, right?
91 million. I'm negative in my bank account right now.
That's a tall order.
91 million. I don't think Adam Driver's name pulls people in.
No, it doesn't at all.
Kylo Ren pulls people in.
Star Wars.
Adam Driver does not. And
Correct.
like Adam.
If this was Channing Tatum,
what is with
maybe.
you today with Channing Tatum? What's going
if
on?
this was Chris,
I'd be all about it.
let's
Chris
combine
Hemsworth.
let's combine all
Oh,
their
Chris
names.
Pines, Chris Evans, and Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, Chris Pine.
The Chris
Evansworth.
Trinity. If it was any of them, yes, obviously Chris Pines would have been best.
Oh my God.
But I think we nailed it with. There's only two people I think that could pull off this role.
Chris Pine Heavensworth.
There's only two people that could
My
pull off this role, and it shouldn't have been. It could either be John Barenthal or is his bottom half.
Okay.
What?
John Applebottom Barenthal.
Did you just come up with that?
John Barenthal leading this, I'd be like, oh, this guy's a real badass, a cool action star.
Right.
Do you really see Adam Driver as an action star? Not necessarily.
No, but I guess I see him more as a realistic person. Like,
No, I've seen him with his shirt off.
you have.
Yeah.
Oh.
In a vision that Ray had.
I don't know. It's just so
He's
weird.
a great actor.
Yes, everyone loves it. He went to Juilliard.
Now, my real question is for you. I guess this is a combined franchise of Planet of the Apes meets Castaway. So, do you think
Hang on, can I
that
stop you really quick?
Greenblatt will have the same screen presence as the bloody volleyball Wilson?
Did you just come up with that?